What they do. I am Josh Jones, ESQ. Welcome to Dope Black Lawyer. Oh, my bad. Welcome to Beats, Rhymes, and Crimes Live. My mind is all over the place right now. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in with us. Peace, peace, peace. Welcome. Let me know where you watching from. You know I'm live in the 305. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Man, the boy Trump went down yesterday, got convicted of like 34 counts. Every single count they found him guilty. So he'll be sentenced. We're going to talk about that, man. We got a lot to talk about, but let me know where you at today. Like I said, this is Beats, Rhymes, and Crimes Live, the number one place to get law and hip hop information for the culture, by the culture. We here. Ali LaFlare is not going to be with us today, taking another flight. You know how he do. So shout out to him. Safe travels. But we got my man, Travis Dion Brock, Dr. Travis Dion Brock. My bad, brother. How you feeling? Let us know where you at. It's hurricane season, man. So make sure you got that insurance, because if you get hit by a storm without insurance, there's a legal term that applies to you. It's called asked out, and you do not want to be asked out. But if you have insurance, Dr. Brock or someone from his team and all the people that he's training up, they can help you to get money for that claim. If you want to learn how you can become somebody on his team, that's going to be a conversation we're going to have real soon, because Dr. Brock is doing life-changing work out here. He's showing people how to make six-figure incomes, but not for a year, for a month. So if that doesn't pique your interest, I don't know. He laughing, but we dead serious. So let's go ahead, man. We're going to jump in. Nicki Minaj was arrested last week after the show over in Amsterdam for having drugs. I know that's crazy to me. I don't know if it's crazy to you, but I've always associated Amsterdam with where you can go and get loose. But apparently not. Nicki got off the plane and they were there to greet her. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the video footage from that incident, and then we're going to talk about it.
I'm not carrying drugs.
Okay, but it's not a question here. I think it's.
I'm not
smart to
carrying
go
drugs.
inside.
Number one, when I came here,
Yeah.
the
Okay,
back.
you can go inside.
I'm not going in there. I need a lawyer present.
You will get a lawyer.
No, I need a lawyer present now.
Okay, please.
Where am I going? I have no idea where
you
I'm
have
going.
to go to the police station.
What address is that?
It's 5 minutes away.
It's 5 minutes away.
What's the address of the police precinct?
When you will get your next show, we have to do it very fast, and we will help. But
You're talking about my show?
yes.
What about it?
Yeah, we
So
talk.
that they will help to try to get you there.
They'll help to try to get me to my
Yes.
show.
So you
How?
can act very quickly.
To do it as soon as possible. But we
What
can.
am I doing? What am I doing? I
You
never
are
gave
under
anyone.
arrest.
So I'm under arrest.
Yes.
But
Yes.
under arrest for what?
Okay. Stop filming now.
I'm under arrest for what?
Okay.
Do you
Stop
know what
filming
happened
now.
when I came
You have
here?
to go inside.
Huh? What you said?
Can you please stop filming and just step in the car first?
No, I need a lawyer, because I don't know where I'm going.
You will get a lawyer at the office. You can contact the lawyer, but if you just step in the car, then it will go as fast as possible.
And who's going in this vehicle?
So please step.
He will go with you.
So yeah, man. So she got in. She ended up getting arrested. You know, I know she don't wish she could have that moment for life. You know, but apparently they found marijuana in her bag, pre-rolled joints. It was like 12 of them. Apparently one of her bodyguards said it was his weed, but they still took her down. She thinks that there's a racial element to it. I don't know. Like I said, I thought you could do anything in Amsterdam. I didn't even know. So, you know, I don't even smoke weed, but just because I thought you could do it, I might have been out there. Hey, Doc, that's why I ain't out there, because I don't know how it goes out there. So before you go places, man, it's very, very important that you know the laws. Sounds very similar to what happened to Brittany Griner. She had a little bit of CBD. It wasn't CBD, it was THC residue, some type of vape. And she ended up getting sentenced to like 12 years. Luckily, they overturned that and sent her home. But you got to know the laws where you at. The one good thing that I saw Nikki do, a couple good things. She was recording, so she's got evidence. And two, she asked for a lawyer right away. So she had to take that ride. I don't know if they gave her them silver bracelets or not, but she had to take that ride downtown to the police station. She did get released, and she was able to make it to the next stop on the tour. But yeah, man, pretty bad out there for Nikki on that one, man. So obviously it doesn't sound like a serious charge, but just wanted to point out what happened last weekend with Nicki Minaj, man, because I know it's a lot of people out here who are barbs like Dr. Brock and others. So I just wanted to point that out. But then she's not the only female rapper right now in the news. Meg Thee Stallion responded to her lawsuit. I don't know if you remember, a while back we talked about a photographer who sued her because he was forced to be in the car with her while she was engaging in sexual activity with another woman, and he apparently didn't like that very much. So he sued, and she ended up responding, obviously stating that it was a frivolous lawsuit, and the claims of having a hostile work environment also were not true. Stated that the man was a con artist trying to get to the bag. And what would you expect her to say? Yeah, we sexually harassed him. We created a hostile work environment. So these are the things that are, you know, what you see in these types of pleadings. If he was going to admit it, if she was going to admit to it, then they would just settle the case, right? That's you. You was the photographer. Is that what? Man, what you saying? That's me. So yeah, so Meg's got that case going, civil case, but we will keep watching on that. And I was hoping that Ali would be here today, man. I wanted him to kind of give us his thoughts on this rapper talking about the deal he was offered by Rock Nation, who also manages Meg Thee Stallion. But let me know right now, have y'all heard of Sauce Walka from Houston? You know, I'm out of the loop a little bit, so I don't know all the new guys. You know, I know Scarface from Houston. Anybody know Sauce? Let me know. But anyway, here's what Sauce had to say about the deal he was offered from Rock Nation Management.
3 years ago, you turned down the deal with Rock Nation. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
You had the song
Ghetto Gospel.
Yeah. Ghetto Gospel. That shit was going crazy. And they gave you a deal. They offered you a deal.
Mm-hmm. First, it was a record deal for $5 million with a respectable percentage, but it was a 360 deal where they got paid off everything. They got paid off my streaming and my touring and performance rights and all of that shit. And then I denied that deal, and then the counter offer was a management deal for the same $5 million, but the only thing that was excluded was publishing and merch, and it was like some other shit. But basically, it was like a very intricate, fancy way of not being in a 360 contract, but something so close to it, it still made me feel uncomfortable because it was like, damn.
So he's saying something right there, man. He's talking about 360 deals is basically a contract where, as an artist, your management company, the record label, whoever you sign the deal with, they're going to get paid off of everything you do, 360. So obviously that's more money for the record company, less money for the artist. And a lot of artists are pushing back when they have leverage and they don't sign 360 deals. They sign, more traditional record deals. So it sounds like Sauce is a little bit knowledgeable about what's happening. And, a lot of people would have heard 5 million and been like, where do I sign right away? Let me get onto that. But he has a little bit of knowledge. Let me know, Dr. Brock. I don't know if you're still here, but let me know. Would you sign on for the 5 mil on the 360? They didn't call it a 360, but it's doing all the things like a 360. Would you sign on for that? Let me know. Let me know what y'all say in the chat.
Once again, at that point, I'm already at a point where I probably got 20 artists at that time, 25 artists or something. But Peso's a part of my lineup, or he's finna be, or whatever. But even still, from all the artists we got on TSF, if each artist is doing $5,000 to $100,000 a month on streaming, we cool. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, then that's another thing as well. I also learned that if I signed one of those deals, then I would have to give up the monthly streaming checks that I'm making and to suffice for the budget that I would have received from signing the contract. And
it sounds very similar to like what you heard back when Master P kind of revolutionized the industry, like where he was like, yo, if they offer me money, then it must be more money than what they're offering me, right? And he bet on himself, was able to get a deal. So this dude got 20 artists, you know what I'm saying? So he doesn't need a deal per se. Obviously 5 million in your hand sounds sweet, but he don't necessarily need the deal. But I can see where if you just are the artist by yourself, where that sounds like something that's very advantageous to you. But he's like, nah, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But
to me, in a 12-month span, that didn't make sense for me or my artists to a certain extent because, like I said, it's a lottery. We might make $500,000 off streaming 1 month. We might make $700,000. We might make $200,000. But still, everybody getting paid every month, even if they couldn't drop music, if they couldn't drop a video, just off of the catalog and all the music that they have and the work that they've done, it keeps them making money no matter what. So therefore, you are in the control. You want to see none of my artists can be shelved. None of my artists can be, set on the back burner where they don't have the opportunity to generate income off of it.
Yeah, clearly he's a boss. He's not an employee, right? So he values the ability to create opportunities for himself way more than he does just the money. So, even though he's over there chiefing hard, he's still, thinking, what I'm saying, for sure, and doing his thing. So shout out to Sauce Walker. I'm gonna have to check him out. I never heard his songs, but I'd be curious to hear what he got just off of how he talks. You know what I'm saying? And then back to Dr. Brock. So if you do have a claim, Dr. Brock and his team aren't able to get you the money that you think you need. It's kind of like how Sauce Walker didn't feel like, Rock Nation was offering him the money that they need. Then you need a dope black lawyer who can come in and negotiate that settlement with the insurance company for your property damage loss. But the first step is making sure that you have insurance with a reputable company like the ones that Dr. Brock works with and trains people to work with, so that they can help you to be able to get what you need in terms of replacement of your home, the value for the damages and all of that stuff. So if he can't get you where you need to be for whatever reason, then you holler at the dope black lawyer. But first, holler at Dr. Brock. All right. So DMX estate, they're doing their thing. So they just deal to make sure that his music continues with a group called Artist Legacy Group. And they're going to be working on new projects for the fans, industry, and everything. So one of DMX's daughters and his fiance are the co-administrators of the estate. They were able to work that out. They both had competing claims to be the administrator, so they were able to work out where they are now the co-administrators, because DMX died without a will. So that's something we also don't want to do. But he died without a will, so make sure that you have a will or a trust, preferably a trust, in place, and make sure that everything is taken care of. But they're very excited about the opportunity to work with the Artist Legacy Group. So the daughter said, her name's Sasha, "My father Earl was more than an icon. He was my inspiration and guiding light. His music touched countless lives, and his legacy will forever resonate in our hearts." His fiance said, "With ALG by our side, Desiree and I are committed." This is still the daughter, "Are committed to preserving his spirit and ensuring that his art continues to inspire generations to come." So if you don't remember, Darkman X passed away April 9th, 2021. He had a heart attack that was induced by cocaine. So they say cocaine is a hell of a drug, but just say no. Listen to Nancy Reagan only when it comes to cocaine. All right. Just say no. But glad they're working together and able to do things that are going to benefit the family, also benefit the fans. If you don't have a will or a trust, definitely need to holler at us. We can make sure that you get in touch with somebody. Very easy. It's not like what people think, talking about death. It's just something you do one time, you get it out the way, and you know that your family is protected for any circumstance. So we can make sure that you get right on that front. Just holler at us, DM, something like that. We're gonna move along. Man, this Young Thug trial is happening. There's not that much going on that's exciting, so we haven't been really talking about it. But we do have legal expert Clifford Harris, who has been speaking out, and we'll let you know what he said on the Breakfast Club. So this legal expert Clifford Harris is T.I., who has been incarcerated many times. So obviously he's qualified to give an opinion about the trial. All right. So he went on the Breakfast Club, and you might not know, but he's got music with Thug, quite a couple songs. I don't want to say quite a few, but he got a couple songs with Thug, and he said, quote, "He's coming home. I don't think that the prosecution has successfully proven the case of him knowingly and willingly participating in an active street gang. I just don't see it. I don't think that the witnesses that they've called thus far have proven what they've said that they would prove. I just don't think the grounds of that case have been presented properly. I just ain't seen it." So then he said, "Don't worry, we're going to get him right. We're going to take care of him. He's going to be just fine. It's already in the bag. All he got to do is touch down." So there you go. Thug's going to go home because Tip just ain't seen it. But he is making some good points. I mean, it's important that the prosecution tell you in the beginning how they're going to prove the case, and then prove the case. And then in the end, during closing arguments, they come back to the jury and they say, "We told you we were going to show you A, B, C. We were able to do that through witness who talked about this witness who talked about that, and this witness who talked about that. The evidence is clear that, Young Thug is guilty on all these counts, and therefore we ask for you to come back with a verdict of guilty." But if they can't do that, then the defense can come back and say they just didn't prove it. They remember way back when 3,000 years ago, when you first sat down to be on this jury, before they called all 250 of these witnesses, and they said they were going to do this, this, and this. Well, they didn't do any of those things. So therefore, they haven't proven their case. And the prosecution has an extremely high burden that they must meet in order for someone to lose their freedom. And because they haven't met this burden, you must come back with a verdict of not guilty. So That's what will happen if they don't prove it. And so far, I think they're doing a pretty good job of poking holes in the witnesses, showing bias, and things like that. So I don't know if he did it or didn't do it, but from what I see, to a certain extent, I do agree with Tip. A lot of people don't know that me and Rich Homie Quan got the same tattoo artist, but Rich Homie was summoned to testify as well at the trial, and we'll see when he takes the stand. A lot of people want to see Thug free. Chance the Rapper want to see him free. A lot of people have been calling for him to be freed. But a lot of this stuff is dealing with the shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus. Lil Wayne has to testify about it. So the prosecution wants to play videos about Lil Wayne talking about the shooting, but the judge won't allow it if Wayne won't show up to testify. So we'll see, man. It's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. Some of the people who they want to testify have already been sentenced and may not participate, or they were sentenced and had their sentences overturned. They have no reason to want to participate with the prosecution, because for the most part, people who are in this living this lifestyle that they're alleging that Thug lives, the people who are living that life are not the type of people who just want to cooperate with the police. They would only do so if forced to. So we'll see, man. I think Tip knows what he's talking about a little bit, but man, this dude right here might have needed Tip as a lawyer. He was definitely going viral. Let me know if you've already seen this clip right here that I'm about to show to y'all.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Great. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks that the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Man, talking about the worst day ever. Bruh. Bro showed up to court on Zoom court, driving for a suspended license. Free Corey Harris, man. Free. We want a free Thug, but we want a free Corey Harris. Judge Simpson, you ain't have to do a brother like that. Come on. But not only that, because I had to find out. I just left Michigan maybe like a month ago. I was in Michigan, and I didn't think you could talk on the phone while you were driving in Michigan. But I just looked it up, and it is illegal to talk on the phone while driving in Michigan unless you use a hands-free or voice-operated device or place your phone in a mount. But that's talk. He was on video attending a court hearing, looking at the camera, talking to the judge as he's pulling into his doctor's appointment. It is illegal to use your handheld device to text, watch videos, or use social media while driving, even while at a red light or a stop sign. So I would say that watching the video on Zoom would qualify as watching videos. I agree with you, man. My boy not smart at all, but he was like, turn yourself in today or get your bond revoked. Luckily, they let this fool out. He got out already after 2 days in jail. I'm sure he's not going to get time for this, but what a dumb mistake to make on Zoom. But I appreciate you because we needed that because we do not have a What the Florida today. But, man, what the Florida was you doing in Detroit? What was you doing? Bruh. Oh, he wasn't in Detroit. He was in what county? Washtenaw County. So yeah, man. So this was a couple weeks ago, but Corey Harris, 44 years old, too old to not know better. Come on, bruh. Come on. Don't make me have to lock you up, brother. That's what the judge is like. He's like, are we doing this? I'm looking at your record right now, Corey. You don't have no license. Corey was like, but come on, dog. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Bruh. If you get caught out here without a license, driving on Zoom during your hearing for driving with a suspended license, I'm almost inclined to tell you don't call no dope black lawyer. We don't want to represent. Nah, we still got you, man. Call us if you do some dumb stuff like that too, man. We got you. But we doing this, man. I like this format. We get in and get out lunchtime with your lawyer, your dope black lawyer, on a Friday. Hopefully you're leaving the office a little early today. You're gonna get some time to spend with your kids. It's warming up all across the country. Your loved ones, if you don't have kids, maybe with your lady or your guy. You know what I'm saying? Your mom, your dad, whoever. Spending that quality time, getting your weekend off to a good start. But it was kind of a dry week this week, man. Hopefully next week we have some heat, but I did mention Trump, so I guess we should at least talk about this idiot. Man, he was found guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records, becoming the first U.S. president to be convicted of criminal charges. So always a trailblazer, always making history. And the trial was 6 weeks. The jury deliberated for 2.5 days. Everybody testified against Trump. Michael Cohen, Stormy Daniels, who's kind of she's the adult actress who they claim that they made a payment to hush before the trial, before the original 2016 election, and a couple people went to jail behind that, including Michael Cohen and whatnot. So now they came and they testified. But if you remember, we talked a long time ago, these are Class E felonies in New York State. So Class E felonies typically don't equate to jail time. But he'll be sentenced July 11th, which is a few days before the Republican National Convention, where he's presumed to be the candidate who they're going to, have going forward for the election in November. A lot of people think this is going to be, the deathbed for his campaign. But then I've also seen people that think that this is going to ignite the base. What you think? I'm not sure yet. But love him or hate him, man, this dude has always been in the news with some type of controversy. Still got like 3 more criminal cases that are pending. And, you know, a lot of felons can't vote, but apparently he can still run for president. So he is a felon. He will be booked if he wasn't already, but, you know, it's crazy. Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, has already spoken out. He said that, you know, it's a witch hunt. They're doing all to try to, you know, politicize politicizing the criminal justice system. Crazy. You know, I've seen people who've been on the wrong side of the criminal justice system unjustly for so long, who were convicted of crimes they actually did not commit, were not even there. Thank God for DNA, were able to be have their sentences overturned. But this is not that. You know, a jury of his peers thought that the evidence showed that he was guilty, and they convicted him. So 34 counts, man. Like, I know it's class E felony, but like, bruh, if you get convicted of 34 of anything, I don't see how you don't go to prison. But I'm curious to know what y'all think, man. So actually, I guess this is kind of what the Florida, because Trump is a Florida resident. Like, love it, like it, hate it. So what the Florida, man? We got another felon in our state. Unbelievable. And he's still going to be able to run for president. He might win. Might win. Hey, but if he doesn't win, and then he comes to you and wants to become a adjuster, you got him? Man, free thug, man. That's how we going to end the show, man. Free thug, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me today. It was fun, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, whether you watch live or on the replay. Holla at a dope black lawyer when you see me in the streets. Yeah.